Hello, welcome back to Fallout 76. And we're here to look at my little house that I've built. Just waiting for it to load in. Come on. Sometimes takes a while. It doesn't normally take this long though. There we go. Lovely stuff. And it's at this point we normally get attacked by something. Can I see anything out there? Oh, no sign of anything at the moment. I've got my walking stick though, I'll beat anything off. Right, let's put that down. Yeah, so I originally had a base quite a long way to the north and the east. But I decided to move down here to the Toxic Valley because the Toxic Valley is somewhere that I haven't really spent a great deal of time. So I don't know it very well. And there's loads of quests that I still haven't done. So I'll show you on the map where we are. We're here, just between Grafton and Clarksburg. And there's loads of places I've not visited. I've never been up here. I think this is Willie's Waterworld or something. None of these buildings. I'm not sure if there's anything in these mountains or not, to be honest with you. Anyway, what I've done, I've built my shack, I suppose you'd call it, next to an existing structure. We'll have a look at that properly in a minute. But I keep ending up on this side of the river. It's full of toxic water. So what I've done is I've built a little bridge here to get me across a bit more easily. So this is just 3 foundations, and you've got the wooden side pieces here. Here's my water purifier, and that was really the only place I could position it, in the middle of the river. And because it is in the middle of the river, I've had to place this block here so I can actually get to it. But it looks okay, I think. And I made another block to put the generator on. It's always a good idea to put generators on things like this. If they're on uneven ground, they tend to float, which makes them look a bit stupid. But anyway, here's my house. Oops, go on. It's relatively small. I'll show you how I started this. So this is the original structure here. And what I did, I placed a foundation block as close to that wall as I could. Now this is actually a wall I've added. If I remove that, I'll show you what I've been doing. Let's store this. And store that. So that's the wall of the original shack. And you'll see there's a bit of a gap there. And it's not that noticeable, but it was getting on my nerves. So I added the wall. I'll put that back in a minute. But I'll show you what the build area is. So the build area extends all the way around here. And across the other side of the river here. So I planned that because I knew I'd be putting a bridge in somewhere. And if we go to the wooden shack, you'll see that it more or less cuts this building in half. Okay, so if I turn that off. So this cooking station was here originally, and I've added a weapons workbench and also this tinker's workbench. If we go back in here, I'm a bit paranoid because I haven't been attacked by anything yet, and I always get attacked by something, even if it's only a couple of mangy ghouls. So it's unusually quiet. Right, so this is the first thing I put down, and I just put this as close to that wall as I could. Then I added 2 more blocks to make this sort of L-shaped foundation. Then I put this block down just to even out the ground a little bit. And on the other side, I built over this area. Because I mean, it would have been impossible to build over this, and I quite like the look of it, to be honest with you. It looks quite nice, all these barrels and bricks and stuff. Bags of cement, very handy. They quite often respawn. Very useful. Here's a little clean generator. I bought that from the atom shop for, I think, 300 atoms. And that provides all the power I need for the building. It's not on a level surface, and you can see that it's floating a little bit. Looks a little bit silly, I think. I've got lots of armaments here. Got this missile turret, which is, powered by another little generator. Initially I only had that turret and the one on the other side. But as I said, I've been attacked by all sorts of things here. And yesterday I got shanghaied by 4 Mylurk Kings. And they were quite powerful. They're level 30s. No, actually, no, there weren't 4 of them. There were 6 of them. And they absolutely murdered me frequently because they all gathered outside the front door. And I couldn't get in here to repair my turrets. And they just kept killing and killing me. It was horrible. So now I've bolstered my defences with this missile turret. And the other thing that was happening was that ghouls kept breaking into the back here to attack my workbenches. So I put a turret down there. Right, so let's go back in again. Before I do anything else, let's replace that wall. Turn it around. There we go. And I'll add a poster later. So yeah, there was a slight gap there that was getting on my nerves. And I built the rest of this building in wood so that it matches the original shack. But it was getting a little bit monotonous, and I quite like the plaster interior to those brick walls. So I think that is a nice contrast. So I've made this into a bit of a workshop area. I've got an armour workbench, a chemistry station. I put a no smoking sign above the burning brazier there. It's a bit of a joke. So let's go upstairs. This is just my living area. Got a bed, and I think this is called a Nixie alarm clock. And I got this free from the Atom shop. It's a little bit disappointing in that I thought it would be a real clock that told the time, but it only ever flashes 12. It's a bit irritating. Got a few ornaments up and pictures. Nothing very fancy. These are quite interesting. I didn't actually know I had these, but I found these when I was looking for pictures. There's a set of 4 of them. Can't remember if I bought them or if they're free. I'd prefer them to be a bit more weathered, but they're okay, I think. They're quite interesting. If we go outside, got a potted plant here. I think it looks quite pleasant. And I built this gantry, A, to give me an escape route if I needed one. B, it gives me a chance to get to this heavy machine gun turret if I need to repair it manually. And C, I can get out on this bit of roof, which is quite a useful vantage point. So there we are. Here's my little house, my little shack. It's not much, but I'm quite pleased with it. I think it looks pretty good. So anyway, this is going to be my base for the time being. As I said, I've not spent too much time in the Toxic Valley. And there's lots to do out here, lots of adventures to be had. So hopefully you'll join me for those. And until I see you again, I shall say goodbye.